Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain, back for some more Dungeons & Dragons Online. Now, our next quest is actually bestowed by Niles Cage here. It is a quest called Precious Cargo. Now, in order to actually pick up this quest, you do need to first complete Legend of Two-Toed Tobias and Old Grey Garl in Epic. Now, the walkthrough on them is the same for Heroic. It's the same layout of the quest and the same basic objectives. Get to the end, kill the thing. Everything's the same there. Now, the quest itself is obviously out in the Slayer. And what we'll do is we're going to run right from the entrance of the zone all the way to the quest entrance itself. So here we are stepping in. Now, where it is located here, it's just over here where Shira is, which looks like it is near Fire Caves. However, from Fire Caves, you can't just run across. It actually is a ways around. So, from here, we're going to run in. Now, if you do happen to have, for example, Prove Your Worth, that would actually be a nice one to get close to it. So, we're just going to run. As you see, we are running on horseback. That is just to make things go a little bit quicker. As again, it is quite a run. So we're going to want to head all the way up north to that little kobold village island here, which is down there from the Heroic. Oh, we got pirate airships. Alright, so since we're here, if you actually run into any of these pirate airships, you'll also notice working ballistas. Now, the ballistas are actually used to shoot down the airships, so I'm gonna just see if we can't see it. There it is. So, what we would do, we would just interact with the ballista, aim it up, and have it shoot. Now, you'll also come across these guys here, and it will drop grappling hooks. Now with the grappling hooks, you can just break them off. And again, back to ballistas. Obviously, if you have multiple people firing ballistas from the various locations, you can do that. As well, if you are a range type character, you can manually target them and shoot. As you can see though, it is not doing a lot of actual damage to it. So we're just gonna target again, and you'll just get a nice look here. So as you see, it does chunk its health quite a bit when you do hit it with a ballista. Though, as you can see, you also need to watch out for its own barrage of attacks. Alright. So aside from that there, again, another ballista here. What you want to do is actually just head around the cliff edge, make your way up. As you see, we have our Scoundrels Run right there. You can almost head directly to it, and you just want to make your way around the edge. And man, that guy's got some range. Except we actually have a second ship right up here. This one, that one's always there. So for this one here, our quest is actually located right here in our little cavern. Now, as you see, there is no epic reaper for this quest, so that is definitely a bonus aspect. And I think that was the first time I've ever loaded in and seen that there. Alright, so basically the storyline here is as you went through and completed those other two, you got a treasure map piece. Obviously completing both got you all the treasure map pieces to the, well, the big loot of treasure, which is right up there ahead of us. Captain Cage, as you see, a massive pile of treasure. A couple of breakables if you want to grab them, but a massive pile of gold. So what you do is you want to talk to Captain Cage, let him know you want to get going, and basically that's going to say, hey, let's get our loot loaded on the ship. Now once here, you are on the ship. Now you do have ballistas here, which you can use and fire, much like you would from in the Slayer area. As well, if you are or have the capability of using repair, you can actually use repair on the ballistas themselves. This is important later on, as they will get attacked. Now, on the deck, you'll see a whole bunch of guys that you can actually target and tell. You do want to actually have your allies here manning the ballistas, as they're a lot better shot than you are. You'll also have these broadside controls here as well. So you want to set up these guys so that everyone's on some sort of damage attack. So we got the aft. I want you to damage control there. And then we're actually going to have you. I want you to the bridge. Damage control duties there. First mate, we're going to actually have him guarding the treasure. I want you port, defend, starboard, defend. So just kind of get everybody set up to a position that you like. Now you are going to get a lot of enemies right here, kind of attacking. So that's why I personally like to have them all set up there. Send you to the engine room as well. So the big guys I am sending off to the big rooms. Now, once you got your guys all set up, you're going to want to talk to the Captain Cage at the top here. And here you can, ask what kind of defenses are, and eventually you're going to want to say that you're ready as go. Now our objective is to protect the ship for 10 minutes. As you notice, if we jump up, you do got to worry about it actually blowing you kind of off the edge. The other thing we're going to have to worry about is there are going to be ships attacking here. So if you do have range damage, you can actually shoot the ships there. As you can tell, the ballistas are so much better for that. And you'll also notice these guys are going to start launching attacks at the airships. Now you can use your normal attacks and attack the airships. Essentially what you want to do is destroy them. If you can't destroy them fast enough, yeah, you definitely don't want to fall off the ship there. If you fall, you will die. It does port you to a nice little room. Kind of puts you in. And yeah, you'll have these guys just launching their attacks. So as you see, it takes a lot of time to actually repair them. Alright, so if they happen to get our ship controls, we do need to get your ship up and moving again. So here we are. Sheer, if you want to go down and get the controls up and running if you're able to, or just defend them there. I'm working on getting our ship up and running. So it takes a lot now. As they are attacking the ship and everything like that, you can obviously like defend that ship. If you are quick enough here, yeah, it takes a full minute to repair. It is quite ridiculous, but as they are taking damage, you can heal them, if we had noticed. So it looks like it's coming in for... There it is. So it's lining up right next to us. When it does this, it's going to grapple, and yeah, this is where it gets a little bit more difficult. Takes quite a bit longer. Ultimately, you want to keep your ship constantly moving. So here we go. But before we can get her moving, we do gotta take out the ship. So there we go. As we got our ship up and running again, they were able to get it down. Just kill who's ever left. Again, cast repair on the broadside controls to actually repair the controls themselves. Port, man controls. And again, it's going to attack. Now, as you can see, you do want the ballistas, the cannons, and all that fun stuff to be doing their job. The cannons taking damage. We want to heal that as quick as we can. Now, if you are quick enough... Oh no. Back to the helm. So we definitely got to make sure this helm does not get destroyed. As you see, that does slow you down greatly, and it does allow these ships to get in. Now, aside from just killing the ship naturally, Darkonius, if you can you come up top here and defend the, same with you there, Shira, if you're able to. And just make sure none of them are getting up to the top here. That way we can get this ship up and running again. Essentially just keeping them off of me while I repair the ship. Now, if you make it there though, without getting stopped at all, you actually get an additional loot reward. But it is a very hard thing to do, as you can clearly see. You gotta have almost an individual like staying at the helm at all time, repairing the helm, as again it does take damage. You also want other guys at the cannons, as you see they also take a lot of damage. So let's get that helm paired up. helm is repaired. Ballista needs repairing. And you just want to go through and repair everything you can. And shortly thereafter, it's going to be under attack again. So again, the same thing. Just kind of keep it off until we can get the helm controls going. Now, as you'll see, they often like attacking the helm itself. So it is dangerous to stand right next to it, as that's their prime thing. Take out the helm, they can just run off with the loot. Now, as you are getting farther and farther along, it does get harder and harder due to the fact that more and more of your defenses are slowly going down, as well as your allies there as well that are assisting on the ship. Now, the easy way here, as you see, once you get going, they really place those bombs on the ship and just get it going. Now, if you are in need of a shrine, actually just down here in the cargo hold, we'll be able to find one there. And of course, in the meantime, take out anybody who is making their way onto your ship. Alright, so there is people in the cargo that made it there. Sure, if you're able to go and do that there and assist Darkonius, I'm going to yeah, that's fine. We got a lot of like I said, as the longer the quest goes on, the harder it is to actually maintain it there. So each time they board, they'll be attacking various things. You just want to ultimately keep the helm up and running. This will help you push past and just keep going.
And as you'll see, while your ship is down and the helm is not up, the timer
constantly is ticking down. So once you get this going, your ship is up and moving. The timer will restart.
And continue on. So we do have 4 more minutes.
So we should have one more ship coming in. And this one is going to basically be the boss battleship. So, again, you can just constantly keep the helm going, but it is fairly difficult.
And yeah, the controls are both down as well. All the enemies are down manning them. So it will be very, very hard to
keep that going. If you guys want to get them up and running, Shira, the ship is on the other side there. Alright, the helm has gone down. So I'm going to, again, try to get this going. As you see, it does say that we also need to repair the Banshee's elemental engine this time as well, not just the helm. So get that helm repaired. So as you can see, intensely difficult here. Are making it into the cargo hold and looting that treasure there, so it does have you go all over the place. This is why you do want to have some enemies in there. So as you see, we've got Stained Tusk. so it does seem we got a little bit of a breather here.
So yeah, this is definitely why you want to have
some allies here. As you see, Saintos is injured, but still alive.
And he is the one protecting our loot here.
You can even actually cast buffs on them as well to assist them. Alright, so now out the door. We got all our lovely friends here. And I forgot to try myself, so I'm going to actually pop in the cargo hold and do just that. Now, in order to repair our elemental engine, we do need to head into the kind of the lower deck there of our ship. But first, let's work on clearing our deck here. So as you can see, this quest is a very difficult quest. Honestly, Elite is brutal. Typically, I'll skip the quest, to be honest. So now, let's actually head into our engine room, as they are in there, and we'll have a whole bunch of guys. Now, as you see, we also have a nice little shrine here as well in the engine room. Here's our elemental engine. As you'll notice, we don't actually have any more elemental in our elemental engine. Now, in order to get more, we actually have to head on to the other ship here. Which we can do that by going into the engine room on any of the other ships and essentially stealing the elemental engine from them. Now it is dangerous, as you see. We do have cannons, we do have guards. Would be nice if we had as many guards and defenders as these guys had, but now that those guys are taken care of, we're just working on our actual mage fire cannons. And then we need to destroy elemental engine on this ship. This will actually get rid of all the boarders from the ship here. Go. So as we destroyed it, it's gonna go down. It does give you a little bit of time to actually get out and onto the ship. But again, you want to get off their ship as fast as possible. That will cause their ship to go down. Now it just leaves us with that one last ship. And as you can see, this one is a big ship. And as you can see, it also has a large amount of enemies on it too. Alright, next one, if you can there, Draconius, can you repair the hull at the top where the captain is? So, even with the hull there, we will still need to get onto Eclipse, which is this big old ship here. And we will need to make our way into the engine room to steal their elemental container. Now you'll also notice we do have a pirate captain here. Now you can't actually kill him at this point. He's gonna kind of rush into the ship and kind of fight you in multiple stages here. But while we're here, we're gonna do as much damage as we can. Who knows, maybe we actually can kill him. It has been a long time since I've done this quest. Typically, I don't actually run this quest just because of how annoying the quest itself is. Yeah, there he goes. So, here we go. We're going to go into the ship. Now we have the cannon bay. We should also have an engine room, which appears the only one we have is a cannon bay. So as you notice, they kind of are slightly respawning. Alright, so what we're going to do here, I'm just going to head into the cannon bay. After killing off these couple marauders. So the quest itself can take anywhere from, as you see, 10 minutes to technically an infinite number of time. Alright, before we can get into the cannon bay, do have to head up to our controls up top here and actually unlock the cannon bay. Here we are. There we go. And our cargo is in danger, so let's head down there and assist. Shira, if you want, you can actually stay here and defend the cargo, as this is actually going to be our end loot. If they steal our loot, we don't get any, or rather, we miss out on those end chests. Alright. Draconius, if you want, you can also head to the cargo room. Yeah, once you're done that there. But as the enemies are endless spawning, and until we can get into the end ship, we definitely don't want them stealing our quest loot. Alright, so now that we've gone and unlocked the cargo bay, we can head into the cannon bay itself. Now this is where you will actually fight the big bad boss, but as you can see, there are a whole bunch of cannons, and he's actually gone back up to full hit points. So what you want to do is just unload, take him out. Every now and then he will activate cannons. Simply just take out the cannons, as they are a pain in the butt to deal with as well. You've got everything on you. Now you also notice each time he activates one, it would also provide you with a control panel which you can use to take control of the mage fire cannons. Which, if you're able to get them all, well, maybe not all, but the ones that he's activating here, they will also attack him, as well as provide you with additional distractions. Also, as you see, where you can get the traps for the quest. Here we go, we got a lot of his own cannons helping us. And then it's just a beat down. Now once he goes down, as you see, it can kind of hurt a little bit. But once he goes down, then we can actually interact with the control panel up there.
And then we can bring down the barrier to his elemental room. Which will then finally allow us to steal that elemental and get our ship back up and moving. So there he goes. He vanishes from this room. So again, we can interact with the controls. So now we'll be able to sneak around to the side into that engine room there. Now, as you also notice, enemies are respawning on the ships. Again, they will continue to do that right up until the completion. So if you can, just run past and deal with them outside of their spawn locations there. Again, annoying quest, but actually kind of fun. I like the concept of it, and the better you are at defending the ship, the faster the quest goes, all the way down to 10 minutes, which is really, really nice. So here we are again with our friendly favorite pirate king, and then a whole bunch more enemies again. Honestly, I prefer to just run them around. There's a lot of space to do so. And they tend to get a little slow. Alright, so as you see, they can't actually get up there. If I was remembering, there was a spot that they could not, but it doesn't look like they cannot get up here. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to toss our turret at the engine. Break it right away. But yeah, again, you just want to beat on the captain there. As you see, 213,000 hit points. It does take a little bit of time. Go. So while we're doing that, turret is focusing on the actual engine itself. Grab our jewel. So as you can see, we don't actually need to fight him. But the ship now will not stay alive much longer now that we stole its engine. So we do want to escape. So as you see, we don't actually need to fight Captain Tow. We simply need to just steal everything that he's got. Head back to our ship here. So once on our ship, again, we do want to head into our own engine room. And we're going to want to replace that as we have everything going. Our ship's going to head back up and get going. At this point, there goes their big ship. And all that is left now is to wait the timer. As you can see, sometimes they don't spawn right there. So fall and die. And that's it. We just gotta wait for the end of the quest, as it were. As that giant ship is the final part of the quest. So, yeah, it's quite a intricate quest. There's a lot of moving parts. And then as you see, our chests are locked here. Now, once we do, our timer does run out, we'll actually be able to head in here. As you see, we also can't pick them, so fortunately no extra loot for us, but, well, not right yet anyway. So here we go, we got a minute and a half left. And it appears my character is quite bugged. See if reporting to another location will help. There we go. And that's it. As you see, we got 50 seconds left. Once that timer runs out, we'll have made it safely into storm-reached skies. You no longer have to worry about the pirate ships. So again, what you can actually do is, if you're able to, just keep casting that repair on the helm. Make sure it never stops. It does get difficult, obviously, with the amount of ships coming in and all that stuff, as you can have several ships attacking you at once. But if you get there all through the timer and you don't let that helm get broken at all, you'll be able to make it all the way there in that 10 minutes. Now, here we are, our timer's done. Our voyage has now ended. Just kind of does some conversation here. I just kind of want to wait until they're done their conversation. Now at this point, it does say to meet their ambassador in the cargo hold. So you're going to want to hop into the cargo hold. I guess we gotta wait for the ambassador here. So here's Sidoni. And that's it. Now, the amount of loot chests that you get is dependent on how well this treasure room is guarded. Now, what a lot of people like to do is actually have just all the people run into here to guard the chest room. As again, this is your loot. Now you also notice here, we get additional chests for each of the additional ships that we had taken out. And they can actually contain named items such as this rune arm here. Alright, but anyway guys, that has been Precious Cargo. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you're able to piece everything together and be able to get through this a little bit quicker than it took us. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good one all.